Hi, I'm Mike with Dead Air, and I would like to talk with you today about concentricity. When that word is said, that is referring to the fact that the center of your silencer is lined up with the center of your rifle bore, or pistol, PCC, whatever, firearm, so the projectiles can pass through your can without hitting it. So I'm going to give you kind of a little bit of a down and dirty, like a couple of just like good things to keep in mind. First, you want to make sure that you check to see that your rod's straight. You don't have to get nuts here. You don't have to be like crazy about it. Just roll it and make sure it doesn't have a wobble in it. That'll be more than straight enough for what we're doing here. There are several instances where it is possible to put a flash hider onto a barrel that the projectiles will not pass through it. So if you have a 30 caliber firearm, for say a rifle that's threaded half 28, you're going to want to be very careful with that, because we make some half 28 muzzle devices that can not pass 30. They can pass 22 cal but not 30. So I'm going to show you a quick easy way to check for that. Just make sure that your rod goes in there. How easy is that, right? So we know that this is a 22 caliber muzzle device, and this is a 5.56 rifle, so it's 22 caliber. Then you're just going to want to take your silencer. Sorry, this is a left hand here. That can confuse me a little bit. I'm sure that never confuses you guys, just me, but you want to put your rod down your bore. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this, and you're going to want to have, let's say you could measure it with a pin gauge. Say you want to have about 20 thou or so around in this particular case. You probably don't need to worry about doing that and going super nuts with it. I like to just push the rod out to where I can see it really good, and then just eyeball it and make sure I have a little bit of space around it. And I'm not saying this is the greatest thing for your rod, but I do this, and you could do this as well. It's not like, you're using the rods a million times. I just like to flex the rod around a little bit, and that will show me that it's not touching or even close. So one thing to note about alignment rods is, and I'm just going to give you a couple of examples, when it comes to 22, you have rifle projectiles that are 224 in diameter, and then you have 22 long rifle projectiles that are 221. So sometimes you'll see a specific 221 bore or 224 bore rod. Now you have some variances in the bores themselves, and there's a little bit of a crossover there. They're not all exactly the same, so you want to make sure that you're not scratching up your rifling with your rod. Just make sure that it slides in there easy. You kind of get that on 311 and 308 projectiles as well. If you were on 7.62 by 39, that's going to be 311 bore, general speak. I mean, there's a couple of instances where it's not. Maybe Ruger Mini 30 or something like that is going to be by 39 but 308 bore. At any rate, this is why you want to take your rod and make sure it fits down there. And if your rod fits down there and it's kind of loose, you've got a 308 rod and you're putting in a 311 bore, like an AK per se. Just make sure that you take that into account. It's going to have a little bit more play in it. There's a ton of great options for alignment rods out there. We also have them on our site if that interests you. And if you have any questions whatsoever on this, please feel free to reach out. deadairsilencers.com. Call us on the phone, Instagram, Facebook, any of the normal places. Drop a comment in YouTube. Thanks for watching.